Today you'll be doing a lesson on Steve Jobs' paragraphs 6 through 8 of his commencement speech, Stay Hungry, Stay Foolish. The objective for today's lesson, I can choose details from paragraphs 6 through 8 of the Steve Jobs speech to support a claim. Our goal is to find details from the text that support the claim below. The claim is you have to trust the dots will somehow connect to your future. The example that I will use is from paragraph 5 of the speech. And 17 years later, I did go to college, but I naively chose a college that was almost as expensive as Stanford, and all of my working class parents' savings were being spent on my college tuition. After 6 months, I couldn't see the value in it. I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life and no idea how college was going to help me figure it out. And here I was, spending all of the money my parents had saved their entire life. So I decided to drop out and trust that it would work out okay. It was pretty scary at the time, but looking back, it was one of the best decisions I ever made. The minute I dropped out, I could stop taking the required classes that didn't interest me and began dropping in on the ones that looked interesting. So if you noticed, I highlighted the last sentence in this paragraph. The minute I dropped out, I could stop taking the required class and that didn't interest me and begin dropping in on the ones that looked interesting. So here we have our claim again. You have to trust the dots will somehow connect in your future. So what you will have to do is take a detail from the text and then your thoughts about that detail that you chose. So the detail from the text is the one in which I highlighted. The minute I dropped out, I could stop taking the required classes that didn't interest me and began dropping in on the ones that looked interesting. That is my detail from the text. That's what you will write down as your detail from the text for your paragraph 6, 7, and 8. In my thinking about this will connect to his future because he is looking to learn about things that he can possibly use later in life. So that's an example from paragraph 5. So you will do the same thing with paragraphs 6 through 8. You will read each paragraph, you'll write a detail from that paragraph, and you will write your thinking from that paragraph on a sheet of paper. So take this moment, copy down the claim below. You have to trust the dots will somehow connect in your future. You may pause and continue when you're ready. Here is paragraph 6. Take a moment, pause the video, read paragraph 6, write down the detail from paragraph 6 that supports his claim, and you're thinking about each statement that you selected. Now you will go on to read paragraph 7 and repeat the same steps that you did for paragraph 6. Read the paragraph, write down a statement that supports a claim, and you're thinking about the statement that you selected. You may pause the video. And next you have paragraph 8. Again, read the paragraph, select the statement that supports the claim, and you're thinking about the statement you selected. You may pause the video. So your assignment is to go to Google Classroom and you will complete the Jamboard assignment using the notes you wrote down during this lesson. I will demonstrate to you how the Jamboard lesson works. Do not use the link in this video. Access your link through Google Classroom. Okay, we have our Jamboard. And if you notice, you will find a Post-it with your name on it. For this slide, you're going to create a sticky note. This right here is your sticky note. What you will do is click on it. Let me move it up. And here you're going to type in your statement that you selected that connects to his claim. So for example, so he states, then whatever you choose to say, you'll hit save. Another example, save, and that could be from paragraph 7. This could be paragraph 8. Save. So for each of these, you will have one for paragraph 6, 7, and 8. And you can minimize, once you type your response in, make them smaller, and then just put them in the box with your name. So each box should have 3 smaller boxes. And those are your responses to the details that you selected that supports his claim. You have to trust the dots will somehow connect. So I'm going to go ahead and delete these. We'll move to the next slide. For the next slide, you will do the same thing, except for this time, you will write each of your thoughts about the details that you selected. So what you wrote down for your thinking, you will create 3 stickies and paste them with your name, just as you did with the previous slide. This third slide, we're going to do a little differently. You will double click on your name and you're going to answer the question, how do these details connect? Do not erase your name. So these details connect. Then you'll write your response. You will hit save and it will come inside of your box. Now notice there's this blue line here. As you type, the blue line will fill up. Once you get to red, it means you are out of space. So try to make your statement as concise as possible. Let me go ahead and delete this. And then finally, you can always come back to Jamboard. I would like for you to read chapter 7 of Bud Not Buddy. You should have started from the beginning already and at least have read up through chapter 5. Your job for this assignment, this part of the assignment, is to read chapter 7 of Bud Not Buddy. After reading the parts of the speech, so this paragraph 6 through 8 that you read already in this presentation, what connections can you see between Steve Jobs and Bud? How are their experiences similar? How are they similar as people? So what you will do, you will take a Post-it, a little sticky note. Bud is, whatever statement you want to say about Bud and how he's similar to Steve, you'll put it here. Steve is, save it, and put it here. And you can do that as many times as you need to compare both Steve and Bud. So what you will do, let me delete these. You will go through the slide until you find your name, and you will do the assignment on the slide that has your name on it. And that'll be the end of the lesson once you're done. I will look at these in the next couple of days to see how you all have done, to make sure that you all have completed your part of the assignment. And that is all of the assignment. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me through Remind, through email, through Google Classroom if you do not understand a part of this assignment.